Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, April the 24th, 2023. Monday, April the 24th, 2023. Well, today's episode is okay. I mean, we had Daniel and Lily, in the bed in the aftermath, just talking to each other. Daniel's hoping that, giving her the out that if she wanted to pretend like it never happened, she could and he'd be okay with it. And she's like, Daniel, we have way too much history for us to pretend anything like that. Bottom line, it's like she's saying, look, we're adults. It is what it is. It happened organically. And let's not read too much into it. But we care deeply about each other and have for years. So, she's like, we don't, they don't need to rush it. They don't need to define it. They don't need to do anything, right? Which good, Lily, because he need to get back to Omega Sphere, putting his head there. We also have Tucker is drinking at the. I miss the Grand Phoenix, y'all. Miss it. Miss the decor. I don't understand why we're not still there. I think the only difference with the athletic club is they have the dining room, and I guess now they have the Neil Winters lounge, which, okay, but it just needs to be updated. It's horrible to me. It needs to be updated. Because when we think about the Grand Phoenix, realistically, the only place we really were in the hotel rooms or just the lobby, just where the couch is in the lobby. So, or the little bar area. So, okay, athletic club does have more room, but just make it look more appealing. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, Audra comes in, she's talking to Tucker with her usual drinking alone. I just can't stand her, you know. And so he's talking to her, and then it ends up, hey, you want to join me upstairs? And she goes upstairs, and I thought, well, I know I saw scenes where Ashley's saying, move in with me. So I know Tucker and Audra must not sleep together, but it would be interesting if they do, because Audra could end up pregnant again. And look, it's Tucker's baby. But Audra's not that kind. Honestly, I don't believe Audra was ever pregnant with Noah's child. I really don't. I think that was a lie she told him. I don't think Audra's going to get pregnant with anybody's child. That's just her. So they end up talking, and he asked Audra, because as soon as she saw an envelope, a file on the desk, oh, that chick went over, opened it up, looked at it, and, all in it. Said, oh, this is the sale of McCall, and wow, lucrative. She's all in that. And he was like, yeah. And he goes, well, you know what? I'm leaving town. I tell you what, why don't you come with me? It'll be just like old times. Me and you. Because she came to town with him, right? And he goes, me and you. And she's like, no, I'm happy as the COO of Newman Media. And Tucker's kind of looking at her like, wow, that lasts. Because look, this whole JT move, it's going to have some repercussions on Audra. Audra's innuendos and the things that she's trying to do underhandedly, Victoria's got her number. Audra's days there. I don't give Audra 2 more months at Newman Media. I don't give her 2 months. I really, really don't. But I do see, no, Victor would have a fit if Adam wants to hire her. But I see her going over to McCall. I just do. And I could see her going after Adam. See, they really haven't had them in the same orbit, but she's dark a bit troublemaker, Adam would go for that. He'd go for it. You know, the uncle would go for the nephew's girlfriend. That's what the Newmans do, right? That's the Newman way. So anyway, Tucker decides, that he is going to just sign the deal. He signs that deal. And then after he signs the deal is when he goes down to the bar, I guess, to drown his little emotions, right? So Audra ends up leaving because she is like telling him, like, yeah, your ship has sailed. No, I want nothing to do with you. Which was interesting. She walks right on out, and Tucker was kind of like, whatever, because he really didn't want her anyway. He was trying to lick his wounds over Ashley, and it's really stupid stuff like that. If you love somebody, you don't just fall into bed with somebody else. You just don't. And then you claim to still love them. Come on now, Tucker. That's his pattern. He does that. So then we have, let's see, Chelsea and Billy. They were at the coffee house. He brought them dinner. They end up kissing at the coffee house, end up deciding they're going to take Connor is spending the night at the ranch. So they're going to take their relationship to the next level, and they go upstairs and they do. So, and he tells her he ran into Daniel and Lily at society because Billy was getting ready to leave, and Lily and Daniel walk in. And you can tell, and here's the thing, they weren't walking in all the bed afterglow. They were walking in the way they normally walk in as friends, right? And Billy was kind of catching it, like they're really friends. They're close, right? And I honestly think Billy got a twinge of, I don't know if I like that, or Billy likes to be the center of everybody's attention. People need him, Billy. And Lily's like, hey. So he does ask Daniel, how are you? He goes, oh, sort of, hey, whatever. And so they make it kind of short and sweet. And he goes, he was getting takeout. And Lily says, oh, we're getting ready to grab dinner in. So she goes, well, you know what? We better go grab our table. And Billy's like, oh, yeah, you guys have a good evening. And he walks to the door and he kind of looks back at Lily like, yeah, well, that chapter is gone now. Yes, it is gone, Billy. And you know what, everybody? I actually liked Lily and Billy. I liked them as a couple. Well, but anyway, that's done deal. So anyway, now he and Chelsea are doing the thing. Kyle decides he's going to take Billy's suggestion where Billy said, no, because he goes, I'm just giving Summer the space. She says she wants, Billy says, oh, no. He says, now respect her wishes, but don't stay shy away from her. He said, because that's how just next thing you know, you've got like cataclysms, canyons between you. The distance is so deep. And then you now start to feel you can't connect. He says, always let her know that you are there for her, that you're not going anywhere. He says, and Kyle, when she finally decides to open that door, you make sure you are standing there. And I thought, wow, for once, Billy gave his nephew good advice. Because he goes, look, take it from me. All the failed relationships I've had, he goes, giving somebody space and distance creates distance, but respect their need for privacy, right? So he did, he gave a heartfelt talk to her to the door. He goes, I know you can hear me, and she can. And I thought, okay, Kyle, you're trying. But what's going to happen is something's going to piss you off, because he's always has to talk about his mother. He has never known Summer, well, since they've come back to Genoa City. Because since they've come back to Genoa City, pretty much after his, Diane pretty much came back in the picture. Well, no, they did move back, and Diane did come back, right? Because Diane was already there. because Jack had to call Kyle in Milan and tell him that Diane was alive. And well, told Kyle to come to town. He had to talk to him, and he told him Diane was alive. And then Kyle went back after he spoke with Diane, and then Summer and Kyle decided to come back to Genoa City. So, but it's been about his mother the entire time they've been back. And Summer has had to do nothing but listen to earful after earful after earful of Diane. And he's used to that. So as soon as she opens the door, he'll be pouty a little bit and say, I couldn't see my mommy today, Summer. Couldn't see mommy. Then she'll be pissed off again, right? She'll be pissed right off again. But they're getting ready to make her see Phyllis, I think, tomorrow. So I don't know how she's going to be towards Kyle, because guess what? Her mama ain't dead. That means his mama didn't kill her mama. So unless Phyllis has a really good story, Summer is going to be in a horrible, horrible position. But Phyllis is out in public. Everybody could see her, right? I can't wait to see it. Now, does Ashley just get up in the morning, or she's ready all day long to kick off her shoes, snatch her earrings off, and throw down with anybody? She is relentless to Jack. I'm like, man, Ashley. But I like it. I like it. I like the fact that Jack is so used to getting his way, being top dog. I'm CEO or co-CEO of Jabot, and I'm CEO of this family, and I'm CEO of the house, right? Ashley comes in and just, bam, knocks his legs out from under him like a wrecking ball. And just with anger stands up, because he's giving her anger and she's giving it right back to him. She told him today, because he was talking about this is what intangible or unbearable or whatever he says, this is not gonna work. And she goes, then move out. Huh? Like, she goes, because see, this is my house as much as it's your house, Jackie. So, because he goes, when Diane gets out, she's moving right back in here. And she goes, move out. He said, because you know what? You're just so sure she's getting out. I tell you what, you get a little house, a little cottage right next to whatever prison they're going to send her to, marry her in jail, and you could stay right there so you could have your little conjugal visit. Ashley was ruthless, relentless, to Jack. And I think this is where she's going to come up with the idea, you know what? I'm going to in your face, Jack, by bringing Tucker into the house. Because Jack hates him. And she said, you have the nerve to give me grief or talk flack about me going to an event with Tucker. And Tucker's not even accused of murder. Tucker hasn't done the things, the despicable things that Diane has. Because when he's talking about, she is sitting in jail, unjustly accused. Ashley looked at her and said, okay. And so was Nikki. And so was many of us under suspect, being questioned. Okay? So Diane's in jail. She didn't care about none of us that were under suspicion for her murder. And and Nikki the most. She didn't care, Jack. She's different now. Oh, really? Okay, well, so what? Whether she's different now or not. It's a thing that happens. If she gets off, then so what? Nikki got off too, right? You say Nikki didn't go to jail. Okay, well then Diane won't go to jail either. Let it go. Let it go. Because it was okay for her to know the mess she left everybody else in. So, they just, those two, woo, man, that's where they left it. And actually, there was really nothing else that really happened today on the Young and the Restless. So let's go to Comic Corner. Comic Corner. Brooklyn says, if Michael gets Diane out of jail, Nikki might decide to press charges on Jack, Diane, and Jack. For sure, Victor will agree. We'll have to wait and see. I think if Nikki and Victor were going to press charges, I think they already would have. Sheila says, Sally is torn by her feelings for Adam. She still remembers how he hurt her and pushed her away. Nick and Sally appear to have an open, honest relationship. He knows how she feels about Adam. And since he knows, is he acting appropriately? Coming in, snatching her away, coming in? No, okay. That and look, since he knows, isn't he just making what his father said to him right? You're just doing it to one up your brother. That's even worse. You're trying to play with Sally's emotions to one up your brother. However, it's not stopping him from wanting her. No, lusting after her. That's all that is. Lusting after her. They have an understanding between the two of them. We'll see how long that lasts. Because she seemed to be making Adam a third wheel and everything, right? I wish the writers would stop having the brothers go behind each other's women. Having Sally sleep with the both of them, one immediately behind the other, is just plain crass. Yeah, but that's Sally. Lisa says, I like how Jack is standing by Diane. That's all. It's all. This is all Phyllis's fault. I hope Summer tells the truth when she confronts Phyllis. And then we have Libby says, OMG, that baby shower. What? They had two people present. I know, huh? Noah sitting there like the sad, lonely, only male. Ain't Mariah and Tessa got any friends? No, they don't. That's what happens when you plan one the next day. Stupid. That is so true. The writers needed something to fill the Friday episode and drag the reveal of Phyllis's return. Jack lost his dang mind. Doesn't he realize once again that Diane is only thinking of herself? She doesn't care the pain she's causing those folks. She cared that she claims are important to her. Once again, you act out the parts of different characters in the show is better than the show. I love how you had that waitress listening in. Everyone subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you, Libby. I have fun. It's just, to me, today's episode was just so blasé, boring. I couldn't even poke that much fun of it, just, oh man. And then Sherry says, great recap, thanks. Yep, Victoria's being evil. I wish Tucker would stay. Me too, I like Tucker. Boo-hoo, Diane cried me a river. Jack, have a seat. When Nikki went to jail, did you throw chairs? Kyle, have a seat because you're jealous of anybody working at Jabot, right? In this co-CEO position. He sure is, and he shows it. Jack needs to put him in his place. I'm really not liking how Nick treats Adam and Sally allows it. Nate, you're a challenge for Vicky, and as soon as she gets you, someone will look like the fool they are, because I believe you love Elena, but in lust. What, in lust with Victoria? Yeah. She never should have come back. Oh, talking about Elena. She never should have come back. Devon warned you. Audra's messy self could do all this dirt, but she will lose in the end. Yes, she will. You can tell. And where's Ms. Love? Who is MZZ Love? I don't know who that is. And then Libby says, you're busy writing an article about Diane being in the clank. She's busy writing. Is it? Oh, Leanna Love, Miss Leanna Love. Look, that was a cameo, thank God, because that was annoying all day at that event. Every scene she was annoying. Annette says, give our Lily a what Tawdry Love, a new baby for Abby and Devon. Sally shuts up. Summer loses her ugly look because she sure is. Harrison sees his real mom. My hope for things to come. I would like Tara Locke to return as well. I really will, because it's been about 2 years now. I'm sure she would just slap on the hand. Come on, Tara. Let's get on out. Come back and wreak some havoc. Because what's Jack going to do? Remember how they let her stay at the Abbott house? Are they going to let her stay at the Abbott house with Harrison, Kyle, and Summer? You going to do that again? So anyway, everybody, that's it. That's it for my daily recap of The Young and the Restless.